Let's go. This is ToolsWatch video interview. Sir, who are you?
My name is Schmidt. I'm with OWASP, project leader for the Enterprise Security API project.
Okay, thanks, sir. What's the purpose of ESAPI?
ESAPI is it's an API that allows you to centrally locate all of your security controls so that developers, your standard run-of-the-mill developers, don't have to think about what's happening in the security controls. They don't have to think about validation. They don't have to think about output encoding. They don't have to think about how to do an access control check. They just have to think about, I need to make an access control check. I need to validate this data. So it provides a central resource for a development team to call into the security controls. And it allows the AppSec team to define centrally what those security controls are and how they work and what implementations are, and allows them to swap out security controls implementations without affecting all the applications that are using them, which is one of the biggies, right? Because security controls change.
Okay, Chris, could you tell us a little bit about a major feature of ESAPI?
Some of the major features, so I'd say probably the biggest major feature is encoding. Output encoding is huge. This is defense against every known injection attack there is, and the encoding libraries that we've written for ESAPI, they've been deemed well enough that they're actually being pulled into the Java language itself. So I'd say output encoding is probably the number one, and then beyond that, it's just the ability to centrally locate those security controls and the ability to swap them out without affecting all your developers' lives. That's huge, because anybody in a development department knows that anytime the word refactor comes up, it's a dirty word, especially in agile environments.
Okay, great. Chris, would you mind giving us a sneak preview of next releases, something cooking hot, something hot?
One of the really big things that's coming in ESAPI 3.0, which we're meeting here in a couple of months at AppSec USA to talk about, is we want to basically take the idea of ESAPI and we want to make it not just particular to web applications. There's a big need for security controls in mobile applications. There's a big need for them in console applications. So what we want to do is we're going to componentize the API itself and break it into a staggered API, a stacked API, if you will, where I've got my core set of security controls, and then I've got another set of security controls that's specific to mobile, and above that I have an iPhone specific set of security controls, or an API for those security controls, and then I've got my web applications over here that have their own APIs, and then everything boils down to a centrally managed security configuration that can be applied to the entire application portfolio.
That's awesome. Chris, thank you very much. I really appreciate your contribution. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
This is the big guy, is Chris. Thank you very much, man. Thanks.